They told you it wasn't possible. Maybe they didn't say it out loud. Maybe it was just a look. That slow, tired look that people give you when you share something that matters to you. That look that says, oh, that's cute. Maybe it was your family sitting around a table and you laid out your dream, your real dream, and the room went quiet. And someone cleared their throat and said you should have a backup plan. Maybe it was a teacher, a coach, a boss, a friend who used to believe in you until you started believing in yourself harder than they were comfortable with. Maybe it was nobody. Maybe it was just you, standing in front of a mirror at 3 a.m. Your own voice, the loudest one in the room, asking yourself, who do you think you are? Here's the truth. They don't put on motivational posters. The doubt never fully goes away. The people who've built extraordinary lives, the ones you watch from the outside and call lucky or gifted or blessed, they heard the same voices. They felt the same weight. The difference is not that they silenced the doubt. The difference is what they did in spite of it. There's a moment every person who has ever built something real will recognize. It's not the moment of success. It's not the finish line. It's not the day they handed you the award or the check or the applause. It's the moment before all of that where nothing has happened yet. Where you've bet on yourself and the table is still empty. Where you've walked away from the safe thing, the comfortable thing, the expected thing, and now you're standing in the gap between who you were and who you're trying to become, and it feels like standing on ice. That moment, that terrifying, lonely, suffocating moment, that is where character is made. Not in the victory lap, not in the highlight reel, it's in the gap. I want to talk to you about the people who stayed in the gap. Michael Jordan cut from his high school varsity team. It's not benched, not overlooked, cut. He took that rejection home. He sat with it. He didn't use it as an excuse to quit. He used it as fuel. He went back to practice with a fire that the kids who made the team didn't have because they'd never been told they weren't good enough. The coach who cut him gave him a gift he didn't know he was giving. The world said, "You're not good enough." Jordan said, "Watch." J.K. Rowling, rejected by 12 publishers. Before one finally said yes to Harry Potter, 12 doors closed. 12 people in suits reading the same pages you've read, seeing the same words, and deciding not this, not her. She kept knocking. Steven Spielberg rejected from the University of Southern California's film school. Twice, the school that now has a building. Named after him, by the way. I tell you these stories not because they are new to you. You've probably heard most of them. I tell you because we forget. We forget that the people we now call legends were once just people being told no. We forget that there was a version of every great story where they could have quit, where quitting would have been the rational choice, where the people around them had statistics and logic and precedent on their side. And we need to remember, because you are in the middle of your story right now, I need to be honest with you about something. Because this isn't one of those scripts that just hypes you up and sends you back out there feeling good for 45 minutes before the reality of your life sets back in. Proving them wrong costs something. It costs time, not weeks, not months, years, sometimes a decade. The internet wants to sell you the story in a 60-second reel, the before and after with a great song playing. Nobody shows you the 4 years in the middle. Nobody shows you the 3 steps forward and 2 steps back on repeat, until you couldn't tell if you were making progress or just moving. It costs relationships. Some people in your life will not be able to handle your growth, not because they're bad people, but because your evolution asks a question of them. Why aren't you evolving too? And they don't have an answer they're comfortable with. So instead of confronting that, they distance themselves from you. They plant small seeds of doubt. They say things like, "I'm just being realistic," when what they mean is, "I'm afraid of what it means if you succeed." It costs comfort. The version of you that stays safe, that plays it small, that fits neatly into the expectations of others, that version of you never has to face real failure. And there is a kind of comfort in that. Don't lie to yourself about it. The safe path has a certain peace to it. But here's the thing about that peace. It is the peace of a life unlived. It is the quiet of a room where nothing ever happens. Nothing breaks because nothing is ever really built. Nothing fails because nothing is ever really tried. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not next year, but one day you will sit in that quiet room and realize that the failure you were so afraid of was never the real danger. The real danger was the silence. Stop trying to impress other people and start doing it for yourself. When you work just to prove someone wrong, you're still letting them control you. Instead, focus on who you're becoming. Don't wait to feel motivated. Build daily habits and show up even on bad days. Get really, really good at what you do. Be patient, because success takes years, not weeks. Picture two versions of your future. One where you did the work, stayed the course, and became the person you always wanted to be. And one where you played it safe, gave up, and spent the rest of your life wondering what if. The point is simple. The hard work hurts for a while, but giving up on your dreams hurts forever. You've been waiting for the perfect moment. Stop. It's never coming. The fear isn't going to disappear. Nobody is going to show up and tell you it's okay to start. So start now, Vin, if you're scared, even if you're not ready, even if you don't have it all figured out. Every day you show up, the fear gets a little smaller and your confidence gets a little bigger. Proving them wrong was never really the point. If your whole reason for working hard is just to rub it in someone's face that won't make you happy when you get there, what truly matters is that you didn't give up on yourself. That when things got hard, you kept going. It's the real win, not the money or the fame, but becoming someone who never quit on themselves.